You were not meant to see this today. Somebody, something, tried to keep this from reaching you, and it reached you anyway. Look at the time on your screen. Remember it, because in the next 15 minutes I am going to tell you exactly which forbidden power has begun to awaken inside you, how to know for certain which one is yours, and the single small action you must take before midnight tonight to keep it. Because if you do not use it, it goes dormant again, and the door does not open at the same hour twice. I am going to give you the full revelation. But not yet. Because if I told you right now what that flicker of light in your chest actually is, you would not believe me. You would call it coincidence and close this video and go back to the smallest version of your life. So we are going to walk into this slowly, and by the end you will not be able to deny it. Here is what I need you to understand before anything else. What happened to you recently? That impossible timing, that voice in your head that turned out to be right, that person who called at the exact moment you thought of them, that dream that came true 3 days later. That was not random. That was confirmation. God does not confirm things twice for people who are asleep. He confirms them for people who are about to wake up. You are exactly where you were meant to be, at exactly this hour, hearing exactly this message. This was written for you before you were born. Now let me tell you why they call it forbidden. It is not forbidden by heaven. Heaven has been trying to hand it to you your entire life. It is forbidden by everything that was built to keep you distracted. Think about it honestly. From the moment you were small, when you said, "Mummy, I can feel that something is wrong with that man," you were told to hush. When you said, "I dreamed about Grandma and then she called," you were told it was a coincidence. When you walked into a room and your stomach dropped and you said, "I don't want to be here," they told you to stop being dramatic. Every single time your gift spoke, someone taught you to apologize for it. That is how the power gets buried. Not by demons, by embarrassment. By 1,000 small moments where you learned that the safest thing to do with your inner knowing was to keep it quiet. But it never left. It has been sitting in you like a seed under concrete, and something recently cracked that concrete. A loss, a heartbreak, a sleepless night, a season where everything you were holding on to was stripped away. You thought that season was punishment. It was not. It was excavation. God was not breaking you. He was digging. And here is the part you do not know yet. There is a reason it is awakening now, at this exact point in your life, and not 5 years ago when you were begging for it. That reason is going to make you sit down when I tell you. But you have to know which gift is yours first, because the reason is different depending on which one you carry. So let us find out. I am going to walk you through the 5 doors. Listen carefully to your body while I speak. The one that is yours will make something in your chest tighten. The first door is clear seeing, clairvoyance. This is the one people fear most and understand least. It does not usually look like visions in the sky. It looks like this. You close your eyes and you see faces you do not recognize. You get flashes of images before events happen. A car, a hallway, a color, and days later you are standing inside that exact image. You see movement in your peripheral vision, especially at dusk. And when you turn your head, there is nothing there. You daydream so vividly that people say you are always somewhere else. And the truth is, you are. If you are nodding right now, this door is yours, and I will tell you in a moment what to do with it tonight. The second door is clear hearing, clairaudience. You hear your name called when the house is empty. Not loud, quiet, and unmistakably yours. Songs answer your questions. You ask something in your head, and the next lyric on the radio replies. You get a single sentence dropped into your mind that does not sound like your own voice, and it is always short, and it is always right. Slow down. Call her. Don't sign it. And when you ignored that voice, you paid for it. Every single time. You know exactly which memory I am talking about right now. But before I open the third door, I need you to hear something, because I know what you are doing. You are looking for a reason to dismiss this. You are thinking, everybody has gut feelings. This applies to anyone. No, it does not. Millions of people scrolled past this message today and did not stop. You stopped. And you are still here, minutes deep, with your chest doing that thing it is doing. That is not curiosity. That is recognition. There is a difference, and your body knows it. The third door is clear feeling, empathy. And if this is yours, your life has been harder than most people will ever understand. You walk into a room, and you know instantly who is angry, who is lying, who is quietly falling apart behind a smile. Crowds exhaust you. Certain people leave you drained for 2 days after one conversation. You have cried for reasons that were not yours. You have absorbed a stranger's grief in a grocery store line and carried it home. And because you never had a word for it, you thought you were fragile. You are not fragile. You are receiving. There is no filter on you because you were never taught to build one. And that is the exact thing we are going to fix tonight. The fourth door is clear knowing, claircognizance. This is the strangest one, and the one most often missed. You simply know things. No image, no voice, no feeling. You just know, fully formed, with no evidence. And you are right. You knew that job would fall apart. You knew that person was not who they claimed to be, months before the proof came. You have been arguing with people your whole life who demanded to know how you knew, and you could never explain it. So eventually you stopped saying it out loud. And every time you stayed silent to keep the peace, you watched it happen exactly as you said it would. The fifth door is the hands. Healing. This one is physical, and you cannot fake it. Your palms get hot. They tingle. Since childhood, when someone is in pain, your instinct is to touch the shoulder, the back, the forehead, and you do not know why. Animals come to you. Babies stop crying in your arms. People tell you things they have never told anyone within 10 minutes of meeting you, and then look surprised at themselves. Plants thrive around you or die dramatically, depending on your season. You have been a hospital your whole life, and nobody, including you, ever put a sign on the door. Now, you know which one is yours. You felt it. And here is where I keep my promise, because I told you at the beginning there was something you did not know yet, and this is it. That miracle you witnessed, the sign that led you here. You have been thanking God for giving it to you. That was the wrong prayer. It was not given to you. It came through you. Read that again in your mind. Through you. That is the confirmation. God does not send power to a vessel that is closed. The sign you received was not a gift being delivered. It was a test being passed. It was heaven checking whether the channel still worked after all these years of silence. And it did. It fired. It lit up. That is why the confirmation came now and not 5 years ago. 5 years ago you would have used it to escape your life. Now you are ready to use it to build one. Everything I told you before this moment, every door, every sign, every childhood memory of being hushed, was leading here. You were never a person waiting for a blessing. You were the blessing, waiting for permission. Which brings us to midnight. Let me be very clear about what midnight means, because this is where most people misunderstand and lose the whole thing. Midnight is not superstition. Midnight is the last hour in which today can still be acted on. Every gift that awakens has a window, and the window is not measured in weeks. It is measured in decisions. The moment a spiritual gift stirs, it asks one question and one question only. Will you use me, or will you explain me away? And here is the danger. Explaining it away is easy. It is the easiest thing in the world. You will finish this video and you will feel electric, and then you will make tea, and someone will text you something ordinary, and by tomorrow morning this will feel like a video you watched instead of a door that opened. That is how it closes. Not with punishment, with ordinary life. That is how it has closed on you before, more than once. And you know that too. So it must be tonight. Small, but tonight. A gift does not need a grand gesture. It needs a signal. It needs you to answer. If your door was clear seeing, put a notebook beside your bed before you sleep and write one sentence in it. I am ready to remember. And the moment you wake, before your feet touch the floor, before you touch your phone, write down whatever fragment is in your head. A word, a color, nonsense. Write it anyway. Within 7 days it will make sense, and when it does, you will remember this exact moment. If your door was clear hearing, sit in silence tonight for 7 minutes with no music, no screen, and ask one question out loud. One. Say it into the room like someone is listening, because someone is. Then stop talking and stay still. The answer will not arrive as thunder. It will arrive as a sentence so quiet and so obvious that you will want to dismiss it as your own thought. Do not dismiss it. That is the voice. It has always sounded like that. If your door was feeling, tonight, before you enter any room, pause at the threshold for 3 seconds and consciously ask, what is in here? Name it silently. Then place your hand on your own chest and say, this is not mine, and let it pass through you. That is the filter you were never given. Build it tonight, and your entire life changes within a month. If your door was knowing, take the thing you already know, the thing about that person, that job, that decision, the thing you have known for months and have been pretending not to know, and write it down tonight, just for you, nobody else. The instant you stop hiding and knowing from yourself, the channel doubles in strength. That is a law, not a suggestion. And if your door was the hands, tonight, rub your palms together for 30 seconds, hold them apart, and feel the pressure between them. That warmth, that resistance, that thing you will swear is your imagination. Then place both hands over your own heart and stay there for 2 minutes. Heal yourself first. You have poured into everyone else for years, and you are the only person you have never treated. You are exactly where you were meant to be. This was written for you before you were born, and now it requires something from you that no prayer can substitute for: motion. So here is what you have. You know the gifts are real, and you know they were buried by shame, not by God. You know which of the 5 doors is yours because your body told you before your mind agreed. You know that the sign you received came through you, not to you, which means the power was never being sent, it was being tested. And you know that the window closes not at a clock, but at the moment you decide this was just a video. Do the small thing tonight. The notebook, the 7 minutes, the threshold, the written truth, the hands on your own heart. One action before midnight, and the door stays open. But understand this, and then I will let you go. What awakens tonight is only the first layer. There is a second thing coming for you within the next few weeks, a confirmation so specific, so undeniable, so exactly aimed at you that you will stop in the middle of your day and remember every word you just heard. I know what it is. I am not going to tell you what form it takes, because if I do, you will look for it, and it only arrives for those who are not looking. Just promise me you will notice it when it comes. And when it does, ask yourself the only question that ever mattered. What if you were never ordinary, and everyone around you knew it before you did? If this reached you tonight, hit like and subscribe for more, because the next message is the one that finishes this.